sometimes you really have to be tough. You really gotta be as tough as possible. You gotta be very patient for the opportunities. You gotta hold on to what comes around, goes around, and goes around, and then comes around again. It's incredible. 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 It's incredible. You gotta be tough. Being tough is not a bad thing. It's okay to be Clint Eastwood. It's okay to be John Wayne. You don't have to be girly all the time. You don't have to make people happy all the time. On the other hand, you don't have to be very unreasonable. It's important to have some conviction, have some responsibility for yourself and for some things, but at the same time let people be who they need to be. Don't try to walk over other people too much. You don't want to do that, do you? You gotta let people show their face in front of people in open dialogue. Lively debate is better than anything else. Anything else, it's better than that. It's better than alternatives that you dream about. It's better that way. If you're quiet enough during those transitions, during those opportunities, you can make an even bigger difference in your life and in those around you if you take the time to listen more than you ever thought possible. It's a really small screwdriver, but it gets the job done. It doesn't matter how small something is. It can make all the difference. Like oatmeal. It's incredible. Wow. You gotta be tough. And you gotta ask the right questions, even if you already know the answers. You gotta be patient because people may not see the evidence, even if it's staring right in front of their face. They still may not see it. Sometimes you just gotta get up and you gotta go. You gotta try to get away from those things. Sometimes you gotta stay. Ultimately, you gotta commit to something in the moment and stick to it for a time. And when you're sticking to it, you can be happy. You can be okay with it. And you can have some faith. You can have some faith that that period of time will pass. And another fork in the road will come. You gotta believe. You gotta believe that another opportunity will come. But at the same time, you don't want to be the little piggy who never got his house prepared for the wolf. Just because that little piggy was always like, well, I can do it tomorrow. I'll make a better house tomorrow. That big bad wolf's and I gotta blow my house down. Because that big bad wolf, he's not gonna come today, but then comes today. So you gotta ask yourself, are you prepared? Are you prepared? Are you doing the most that you can do every moment? And if you are, then you can have faith. You can believe that another opportunity will come at another time. To an extent. There's always exceptions and limitations to these generalities that I'm speaking of, these proverbs. A lot of generalities are out there. But that doesn't mean that a generality is meaningless. Generality is not meaningless. It's just hard to apply. It's hard to apply. It's hard to extract wisdom from far away. If you get something that is very valuable, it's difficult to modify it, and there might be a lot of jet lag when you're going from here to there. You might be a little disoriented. You might be a little uncertain. But that doesn't mean that it loses value. A really old Proverbs is not going to expire. If it's good, then it's good forever. How you apply it is another matter altogether. And it may be difficult, but that doesn't eliminate or destroy wisdom and knowledge. If Master Yoda says something and it's valuable and it's amazing, it doesn't matter when he said it. It doesn't matter that it happened long ago. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. We can still love that guy. We still love that guy. We still love that little green little man who's probably related to the ET alien. He's so special in our hearts. And he's like a walking, talking, living, breathing Chinese fortune cookie named Yoda. Yoda is incredible in Star Wars. And he is a star. And we look to him in the midst of the info wars and all the different wars in our lives. And I'm Oatmeal Joey. This is 2018, February 28th, Wednesday. 8. Did I say 8? 9:30 p.m. BST LMS. That means I'm near Seattle. And I've been working on the website for the store, for the music store today, all day. Salted Music Store, Salted Music LLC, and I've been working on that and organizing. Got some more instructions on what to do exactly, and I'm putting together a structure to the website. I have code for the website, keeping the pictures on the website and also on my computer and also on Steam.io. Steam.io. You go to steam.com. It is an application of Steam. Steam is an application of Steam. And it's a social network like Facebook. It gives you money. Steam gives you money. Facebook does not give you money. Steam gives you money. And DTube gives you money, but YouTube does not give you money. Gab gives you money, but Twitter does not give you money. And I've been adding the photos and saving it on the blockchain, the network, the decentralized network of Steam. And that's good. Then I link it to the website, saltedmusicllc.com, and that's good. And I can put it onto other websites too. And I will try not to be too dependent on one website, especially one that is hosted by GoDaddy.com, who pays a lot. Charges a lot of money, a little bit too much, especially when they have to go through ICANN, and they are like a monopoly, and they registers the name services, the names like the .coms and everything. You have to, name your website. You have to go through .com, .org, .gov or something, at the end of the URL, and it has to go through another, it has been going through, mostly through ICANN, maybe a couple different other companies too in the world, but a lot of it goes through ICANN, but there's alternatives rising up, and that's really good because the alternatives are decentralized, and that's a lot better. So we are doing that. We're doing what we can with Drudge, InfoWars, Journavic, Steam, and Gab, and Minds, and it's very, very exciting. And I've been watching the debates that Donald Trump has been in with other people, especially like some of the people in the government, some of the senators, some of the congressmen in America, and they're complaining, and Donald Trump kept on saying, why haven't you guys done anything in the last 30 years? If this is a problem, why were you not doing anything about guns before? You guys talk about it, then you forget about it, and then you don't do anything about it. If it's a problem, then what are you doing? You guys can complain all the time, but what were you doing when something happened and Obama was the president in America, or Bush, or Bill Clinton, or Reagan, maybe? Actually, it might have not really been a problem back then. there's a reason why, but it wasn't the guns. So a lot of people had more guns before the 1980s. A lot of people used guns a little bit more before the 1980s. So the thing that's happening with the guns is not related to guns. It's not related, because if it was, then it would have been worse in the past. Because, if guns were the problem, then why wasn't the problem bigger when there were more guns? When people were using guns all the time in schools and airports and restaurants and in people's cars and trucks. It was everywhere in the 1980s, before the 1980s. Is anybody going to talk about that? Are you going to talk about that? Well, you probably don't know, but if you do know, I encourage you to ask people, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? What do you think about how people had more guns in the past, but there were less problems? What's up with that? Why are things getting worse, even though what we think is the problem is getting smaller? If the problem is getting smaller, then how is the problem getting bigger? If the gun is the thing that makes it the problem, then the problem would be getting smaller, because the problem is getting smaller. It's getting smaller. You should ask people, why is it getting bigger if it's smaller? If it's getting smaller, how can it get bigger if it's getting smaller? If we're using less guns, if there's less guns around, if it's declining, especially in some places, why are those places so terrible, with the worst problems you can ever imagine? You know what I'm saying? Miss House HD and Alpha Hires and Oatmeal. Everybody, sometimes, the thing about going live on Facebook is sometimes you see some comments, but it's just some people going by. Like, literally, they're just going through, they're commenting, but they're not actually clicking on your video to see your video. And I know that because I've done it too. Because I've been around for many, many years online, especially Facebook, and I try to get people to see me. And so I go to somebody and I say, add me. So I know the game because I've played that game. So I can notice and I can see that there are comments, especially on a live video, where people are just going by in their news feed on Facebook, and they're just gonna click, write something, and then move on. And that is an addiction that people have. And you can have an addiction if you want, but are you able to control your addiction or not? And is there something on my face? I don't know. What's going on here? So, yeah. I'm listening to the news every day, and I'm hearing that they're probably scared out of their minds. The deep state is so guilty. They know they're guilty, and they're spying on people all around the world, and they're preparing to do whatever it takes to stay in power and to dominate and to get more power. And they're willing to do anything. And they've already been killing children and they've been trafficking little little boys, little girls. Deep state is so deep, and they're so guilty, and we are behind them, and they cannot stop. They cannot run away to New Zealand. Can they all fit there and take over New Zealand and hope we forget and forgive what they've been doing for how many centuries? How many decades, how many centuries have they been doing what they've been doing? Why would they stop? Because if they stop, they will have to pay. Why would they want to pay? They want to live forever. They believe in that power. It's so seductive and it's so tempting. You see a box and it's an apple, and you're given unlimited power, or so it says, and you want to say, Padme, you are Anakin Skywalker. You are becoming Darth Vader. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Every day you're walking towards the dark side, but you would not know that, because if you did, you would turn around and say to your son, you were right about me. Tell your sister, you were right, Mr. Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. You wouldn't have to go down that path if you knew before that you were on that path. You could argue, well, it turned out all right in the end, because you were able to pick up the Emperor, throw him over the balcony into the pit, the bottomless pit, and hopefully he doesn't come back reincarnated through a clone as a Snope, as a skeleton, as something like Skeletor. You can justify all you want, but do you really want to become Darth Vader? Do you want to become Darth Vader? How many times did they ask Darth Vader to come back to his home in the desert of Tatooine? When are you coming back? Or maybe it was more like Naboo. There are many parallels between Naboo and Vietnam. Vietnam, Naboo. Vietnam is very beautiful, and Naboo is very beautiful. Mr. Baloo Melia, when are you going back to Vietnam? When are you going back to America? In life, you gotta think about your priorities, and you got to think about the moments. And here's what I say to people who may want to see me in Vietnam. If you want to see Joey in Vietnam, where were you for those 5 years when Oatmeal Joey was in Vietnam? Where were you? That's the question. The next time somebody asks you, why is Joey, this guy, Oatmeal, not in Vietnam? And when is Joey coming back to Vietnam? You can say, where were you when Joey was in Vietnam from the years 2012 to 2017, those 5 years? If you really care, where were you? Where were you? Life is incredible, and you can treasure the moments you have, and you can make the most of it, especially in a transition. Right now, we are in the middle of very, 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 very big things. Very big things. Very big things. And the next 7 years will be big. Even bigger. Very, very big. So big. So big. Incredible. Bigger and bigger and bigger than before. Because of the rise of both sides are beyond imagination. And you can be a part of global revolutions. Global revolutions are so big and so incredible. And you can be a part of it if you want. Because it's incredible and it's big. And I really want to be a part of it because it's something I love to do. Something I really want to be. It's who I am. Because that's who I want to be. It's who I want to be. I want to be Oatmeal. And I want to be a part of it. You can be what you want to be. But in order to be who you need to be, you gotta really commit with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind. Because it's the hardest thing you'll ever have to do in your life. But it's also the most rewarding thing you can ever do. But it takes a lot of work. But I'll tell you, it's incredible. You know what I'm saying? All right. Wow. 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 Okay, well, I better go. Do you have any questions? Let me know. You want to be in my video right now? Let me know and I can put you in the video. You can talk to me. I got earphones. I can listen to you. You can talk to me in this video. Do you want to be in my video right now? Before I go Oatmeal Joey Arnold 2018 to 28 Wednesday 9:49 p.m. PST LMS JA. Guns, oh no, the snake and sorrows, oh no, and apple, in China, oh no, the end of the world, oh no, the end of the world, what is going on, is the end of the world, or the beginning, maybe it's the beginning. What is going on here? Garlic. Okay, right. Oh. Every day I've been losing dozens and dozens of followers. It's literally every time I go live on Facebook, I lose dozens and dozens of followers. I am being punished, I'm being punished for going live. I go live on Facebook, make a video, and I lose friends, I lose followers. Now, whenever I don't make videos and I don't do anything on my Facebook, I don't post a video. When I don't post Facebook videos, I don't get punished. I don't lose. I don't get blocked and hit in the face, censored and bewildered and what is going on? 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 Hello. Cũng can't call a panther in blue Malaria. Hello everybody, what's going on? Do you want to be in my video? Hello. Hill Famji. Hello. What is going on? Do you want to be in my videos? Do you want? What's going on here? I cannot hear you. No. It's so sad. You gotta have better speakers. You gotta have earphones. When you cannot hear something, you gotta have earphones. I am in the Matrix. I'm in the Matrix. I'm everywhere. I'm all around the world. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. Everywhere. I'm everywhere. I am where you want me to be, or not. I can't tell you where I am because if I told you, I'd have to kill you. I'm gonna kill. Let's see. Ben Thai. And go to his Facebook. Mr. Van Thai. OMG. A lot of energy with the guys. It's the Memorial Christmas Day. With Alexander Bruce. Looks like a guy from Sweden. Or maybe not. Are you staying in Saigon? Do you live in the Matrix? What is going on here? Joy, oi. Da 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 dance, oi. Da 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 dance, oi. Da 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 dance, oi. Da da jump, Timonoi. What's going on here? Do you know? What? Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Do you have any real questions? You know where I am. My Facebook tells you where I am. You know, all you gotta do is Google me. Google my name, and Google will tell you. Yeah, Google, and Apple in China in a tree. Apple and China in a tree. Kissing. Apple and China in a big fat tree. Apple in China. Apple in China in a big fat tree. Kissing. Apple in China in a big fat ugly tree. Apple in China in a big fat tree. Yeah. Apple in China in a big fat ugly tree. Kissing. Kissing. Apple and China. gonna do something to my identity. Microsoft, vaccines. Oh no, what? Microsoft vaccines. Oh no, what's going on? Oh no, oh no, oh no. What's going on? What's happening? Apple and China and Apple. What are they doing? What? Apple's China doing? China Apple. Chinese Apple. Apple and China. Oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing? Come. Apple and China. Apple and China. Apple and China. Pow, 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 pow. Boo, boo, boo. Pow. No. Oh no. That is kill you with a gun. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That is kill you with a gun. Pow. Did I just kill you again? Did I just get you again? You gotta be tough. You really gotta be tough. This is what the video is about right now. It's about being tough because of what is happening. But you don't have to worry. You just gotta find out what is happening. If you care, you can be tough. But you gotta know what's happening in the world. You gotta figure out why is it important and what can you do. There's a lot, but it takes one step at a time. But you gotta have a desire to question and to think and to compare a little bit more, to remember yesterday and to compare and contrast everything. The X-Files. You can start with the X-Files. The truth is out there. You go and you can watch 10 or 11 years of the X-Files. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You loves China. Your family loves China. Because Apple loves China. And if you have an Apple phone, you love China because Apple puts your encryption in China. Your codes, the cloud, the Apple cloud is based and served in China under Chinese law and governance and everything. China is buying Apple, Disney, News Corp's land in America, other companies, other corporations, Hollywood, other things, lots of other things, many countries, many things, many things, big things, especially Apple, especially Disney and Apple is Chinese. I don't mean made in China. I mean controlled by China. But there is something you can do. You don't have to buy their stuff. And why would you? If you love China, you can buy an Apple. I love China. I'm gonna buy an Apple. I love China. I'm gonna buy Disney. China is killing people. China is killing people. China is hurting people. I love China. Do you love China? All you gotta do is buy an Apple and buy a Disney, buy a News Corp. If you love China, if you love China. I'm Oatmeal. You're a China. You're a Chinese doll. You're just a potato from China. China and Apple and Disney are having a threesome. Apple, China, and Disney. They're doing it in the bathroom.